Now, one thing I want to take away from the X-Men 9 and 7, you could say storyline is probably going to come out of it, is the Rogue and Magneto relationship. How do I feel about it? Do I like it? Do I hate it? Am I on a camp of liking it, or am I in a camp of hating it? I'm going to answer both of those in this video. But let's give a clap to the X-Men 1917 and company. From the animators to the voice actors, from the showrunners to everybody, even previous showrunners. They did a good job with this. I think everybody's talking. I mean, I can say this. The show was talked about. And you have to give credit where credit is due. Not Disney. The creators, the showrunners. Because the people who worked on the show knew the audience, knew to go with. I haven't seen this much hype behind Marvel anything since, if you want to count this as a MCU type of thing, Spider-Man No Way Home. Because they're actually listening to the fans. They're giving the fans what they want. We haven't gotten nothing like that since No Way Home. You know, and that's to the people who worked on the show. Credit where credit is due. Now, moving on from there. Let me talk about this. I'm on the fence of I'm okay with this storyline playing out, even though from the comics. I was surprised they did this because I didn't think they would do this. I heard rumblings of Magneto and Rogue being together, but I never thought they were going to be together in any form of media, television or film. And I'm okay with this in this form of media, especially with this series. Because this series has always been one of these series where you kind of understand where they're going to go with it. You know, because if you watch the animated series back in the day, there was a lot of relationship forming, and there was a lot of relationships that were not forming. The X-Men have always been one of those unique properties that I love it. I just, hands down, to me, one of the greatest properties out there for any type of comic book. Hands down. The soap opera, the family dynamic, it works for me. And that's what grew me to X-Men. As a kid, I didn't know shit about comics. But when I saw these characters on screen, I already knew. This is it. This is what I like. And was it dealing with racism? I didn't know it at the time, but it was. Was it dealing with discrimination? Didn't know it at the time, but it was. Was it because Storm had the power to use? I didn't know at the time, but it was. And that's kind of what got me into X-Men a little bit. But that's a history lesson. We're not going to talk about that. So, and I have to say for another video. And I'll probably do a video while I love the X-Men so much. But anyway, let's talk about this. So, I understand the hate for people because, again, Rogue and Gambit is in-game. People want that to happen. That still is going to happen in this show. When? I don't know. But it's going to happen. I'm okay with this because it gives more layers to Rogue. Because, again, this happened in the past, so we got to know what happened in the past with Rogue and Magneto. Was it the fact that Rogue needed help, Magneto was there for? Or was it the fact that Magneto needed help, Rogue was there for? More than likely, this is probably what's going to go down. This is what happened. What does Magneto and Rogue have one thing in common? Can y'all guess? Mystique. Mystique is Rogue's mother. Mystique is actually Magneto's supposed to be right hand and second in command in the Mutants of Brotherhood. Supposedly. The comics has changed over the years, but Mystique has always been... Mystique is one of those characters, I like to say, double agents. You don't know who she's working for. She could be working for Magneto. She could be working for the government. But she has this unique ability to transform into anything. Y'all thought Morph and his abilities were like crazy. Mystique's is up there too. But the difference between Morph and Mystique, Morph knew who he is. Mystique doesn't really, she goes back and forth. So that's what I think is going to play a factor of their relationship. It's going to deal with Mystique. And I'm okay with it, if that's what it leads to. And if they don't, I'm still fine with it. But I understand the argument where people are coming from with it. But I think just people let it play out. Let it play out. And then if it doesn't happen, I'll be the first one on this motherfucker to tell you, yeah, I was wrong. This is stupid. This was a waste of time. But I think it's going to lead to somewhere. More than likely, it's Mystique. These two, it's going to lead to Mystique betraying one of them or betraying both of them, that they have to work together. That's the only scenario I've seen. Nightcrawler could be involved too. I don't know. Then again, Magneto could be the father. I don't know. You never know. That would be weird. He's sleeping with Rogue, be the mother, which I doubt that. But I think it's just more of Mystique betraying them, and that's what kind of led to. And you could tell when Rogue kind of holds Magneto's hand, her power doesn't really affect him as much as everybody else does. So that dynamic plays a factor too. So, like I said, I'm okay with this. It's interesting. It has my curiosity. Like I said, this is arguably one of the most interesting storylines that came out last week, other than the Storm losing her abilities and the double Jean Grey. I'm actually interested. This will probably wrap up faster, though. Like, I think this will be wrapped up less than, 5 episodes? Because they'll explain what happened. I bet you my mortgage, Mystique is in this the reason why these two are together. Because I believe Mystique has double-crossed one of these two. And if you know Mystique, that's her MO. Any incarnation from any form of media, Evolution, Wolverine, X-Men, X-Men the anime series, any comic, Mystique is known for not staying on the right side, and she's known for not being a good mother at all. So that's all I got to say. And then, like, the most deadliest version of Mystique was Evolution version. Like, her, man, they really made her like the typical bitch. In X-Men, the first one, not so much, but you can still tell she's still like, but in the Evolution, she was a bitch. And then in Wolverine and X-Men, I don't think she didn't have a much bigger role in that one as much as Evolution and whatchamacallit, in X-Men the anime series. But that Evolution version, oh yeah, bitch. Terrible. But as always, guys, like and subscribe. Peace. Have a beautiful Johnson Day. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Are you on the side that you're okay with the relationship? Or are you on the side of you're not okay with it? Gambit and Rogue in-game forever. Let me know. I'll talk to you later.